Hey, how you doing? So I'm actually about to harvest the worm composter for the first time. As you've probably seen before, I've got a stackable worm composter. They're like a bunch of different stacks, and the one that I'm going to harvest, which is the stuff down here, is actually the stuff that I put in the first time when I first started it. So it's probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months old now. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if there's any worm tea in the bottom. The worm tea is like the water that comes through and hangs out at the bottom. So I don't know, I took some out a while ago, so there may be some in here, there may not be. Oh, there we go. This is like the really nasty smelling stuff because it's all the water that's gone through and everything. That's the stuff that really smells. You don't really want to drink that. So I'm going to bring this over here and pop it in the plants. Okay, so that takes care of the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is I've already, this is an empty bin that I had, and I put actually a bunch of bedding and stuff in here. So I'm going to take these out, the top ones out, and I'm going to put them in, that's interesting. I'm going to put them in there just so if any worms are hanging out on the bottom, they'll be nice and happy while I'm waiting. Okay? Then I'm going to take this one off, because this is the bin that I'm presently adding to, and as I do this I'm going to put worms in there. So this is the stuff that's been like getting chewed out for quite some time, and there's lots of worms in here. So like I said, I actually haven't done this, so I'm kind of figuring this out as I've gone, but I watched a lot of video and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is, this stuff's heavy, take this guy here. That's actually where all the worm tea goes. It's just kind of nasty. And I'm going to turn this upside down, like so. And the thing about this is the worms don't like the light, so they're going to try to get away. So let me just think about this before I go. There we go. And there's some, or the original paper that obviously didn't get cut up. I'm just going to throw that in there because that can get repurposed. And then basically what I'm going to do is start breaking this up. This is all the like worm castings. There shouldn't be a lot of worms in here because there's not a lot of food left in here. They kind of want to hang out where there's food. But this is all worm castings or worm poop. And truthfully, considering that this is food that's been sitting here for 3 to 5 months, it actually doesn't smell that bad. It's got a little bit of a smell. It's not too bad. So basically, I think what I'm going to do is pop this over here, and then as I go through stuff and get the worms out, and I mean, truthfully, if you don't get all the worms out, it's not the end of the world because they're just going to go into the ground, but I sort of figure why not keep them in there where they're happy and they can do their job. You can see there's little bits of paper and stuff in there, but for the most part, there's not a lot of worms. Whee! It definitely shows you that it's working though, because there's very little paper in here. Of course, I say that as I pull out a gob of paper, but that'll break down anyway. Throw that back in there. And there's no food at all, so it shows you that they're doing their thing. Worms. Hey, what the hell's going on? What's going on, man? Back you go. Ooh.
Got some drowned ones in here as well.
Yeah, every once in a while. I think that's sort of natural selection. The stupid ones kind of end up in there. But that's all right. It happens. All right, there we go. And okay, so I'm getting near the end here. That brief intermission, because you probably didn't want to sit there and watch me do this constantly. Not a lot of worms in here, which is a really good sign, because that means that, oh, there's an avocado pit. That's kind of cool. It means that they did their job and they kind of finished up the food and then moved on to greener pastures to the ones up north. But, you know, it's a little messy, not too stinky. And I got a ton of fertilizer for the yard that I'm going to go put around the bases of a citrus tree that we have. So there you have it. That's ooh, there's one. That's harvesting your worm castings. Have a good one.